We are now just a week out from Election Day. And one of the major races, who will be the next San Diego County Sheriff? There are 7 people vying for the job. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin spoke with candidates on a variety of topics, including how they plan to keep and recruit deputies and how the department responds to mental health calls.
We were able to interview 6 of the 7 candidates. To give them enough time to answer, you're going to hear from 3 of them right now and 3 in the 6 p.m. hour. They're each career public servants and each have their own reasons for entering the race. Chuck Battle's got 50 years of law enforcement experience, including as a defense investigator. John Gunderson spent 31 years in law enforcement in roles locally and across the state. John Hammerling, up until last week, was the City of San Diego's chief criminal prosecutor and former San Diego police officer. Hiring and retention has been a struggle for the Sheriff's Department. We asked the candidates how they plan to change that.
What causes people to leave more than low pay is low morale. It doesn't cost any money to improve morale. You just have to know how to lead. You have to know how to make people feel like they're being treated fairly. To go back to what I mentioned earlier, nothing gives you the opportunity to see how people are being treated unfairly than to walk a mile on the other side.
And the fact that right now you're losing more deputies than you're bringing in tells me that the culture within the agency itself is flawed. It's not a place where people feel that they're valued as employees and that they want to remain for the rest of their careers. And that doesn't mean that there aren't good people out there, because there are plenty of folks out there who are applying for jobs as both police officers and deputy sheriffs throughout the nation and certainly throughout the state.
I think keeping them in the department goes back to bringing leadership to the department that shows that, hey, we care about the staffing, we care about the deputies, we're going to support them, work with the Deputy Sheriff Association to getting the word out there that we're going to improve morale by putting in place, policies and leaders that are going to make effectual change that can help everybody, help the community and help the department as well.
Earlier this month, it was announced all 11 law enforcement agencies in the San Diego County region will now be able to refer mental health crisis calls that come into 911 to a county-sponsored mobile crisis response team. We asked the candidates how law enforcement should handle those types of calls with deputies or specially trained experts.
There's imminent danger of great bodily injury or death. It's important to have peace officers on scene first to clear the scene. I think the same sort of format just naturally comes into play when we're talking about mental health crisis responses. So that a peace officer responds first to clear the scene, that just makes common sense. After that, it's absolutely a go to have mental health professionals interceding in the scene.
I think it should be a combination of both. I mean, certainly for calls of persons in crisis that don't involve a danger to anyone else, I think it would be best if we were to send folks who are not law enforcement officers to those.
I think it needs to be a combination of both. I think there's also ways that we can incorporate the usefulness of the MCTs that are being expanded in the county. I don't think they should be the first response on some of these serious mental health cases. I've been on the street end of those too, responding to those kind of things whenever I was a police officer here in the city of San Diego. It's a very tough situation. PERT is invaluable.
Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
Coming up tonight at 6, you can hear from the other 3 candidates. After that story, you'll be able to see all of the candidates' answers on our website, 10news.com.